Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Just Georgian Show. I'm your host Georgian, and in today's episode I'm discussing the quarter-finals of Euro 2024. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. The weather today has been absolutely dreadful, but one thing that won't be dreadful is these last four games of the Euros. Tonight, Friday, we have two games, and then on Saturday we have another two games. So Friday we have Spain versus Germany at 5 o'clock. And then we have France versus Portugal at 8 p.m. And then on Saturday, we have England versus Switzerland. And then we have Holland versus Turkey. Now, I'm going to just briefly go through each of the games and just give my opinion on the games and who I think, my predictions for the games. Let's start off with the time order. So Spain versus Germany, that's on at 5 o'clock. Spain, I believe, have been probably the best team in the tournament so far. And then I'd probably put Switzerland as second best, probably, in the tournament so far, from my own opinion. I've really enjoyed watching Spain's games. Obviously, they're playing the host nation, which is going to be very tough for Spain to overcome. But I think Spain will probably win again tonight. It'll be a really, really good game. I think there'll be a lot of goals in that game, personally. So I'm going for either 2-2 and then it goes extra time and then Spain win it in extra time, or Spain win 2-1. Yeah, about 2-1. So 2-1 or 2-2, but I think Spain go through. I've really enjoyed watching his brother Nico Williams on the left-hand side of the attack, and then on the right-hand side of the attack for Spain, that 16-year-old kid whose name is eluding me. But yeah, really good to watch. And the midfield three, Rodri in that midfield. I think Rodri this tournament, if there was any doubt who the best holding midfielder is, which I don't think there was any doubt, but he is by far the best holding midfielder in the world. He is so good. I love watching Rodri play. And yeah, Germany, obviously you've got King Kai up front, Kai Havertz, Arsenal player. Musiala, he looks good. Musiala looks really good. But yeah, I'm hoping for. I think that's going to be personally my game of the quarterfinals, Spain versus Germany. So we get the best game in my opinion first. Then we move on to 8 o'clock. We've got France versus Portugal. Now France and Portugal, I think, have both kind of underperformed this Euro so far. I think more so France than I'd say Portugal, because Portugal create a lot of chances, especially Ronaldo, yet they're not taking them. So yeah, I think it's going to be quite a tight game, this one, because France, for all their shortcomings so far in this Euros, I think they have been defensively very solid, and Saliba for Arsenal has been really, really solid so far. So yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it might be. I'm predicting 1-1 at full time, and then France to win it in extra time. That's my opinion. That's my thoughts. But I'd love to obviously see just a absolute, storm, of goals, raining in. I want 2-2, 3-2, 4-3. But I don't think it's going to be that type of game. So I'm going to go with 1-1 at full time, and then France go to win it either on penalties or 2-1 or something in the half an hour extra time period. Moving on to Saturday's games, England play at 5 o'clock against Switzerland. Now, like I said, I think Switzerland have probably been the second best team of the tournament so far. They've looked really good. Xhaka in the midfield, former Arsenal player. Very Arsenal theme going through this video so far. But yeah, I think Switzerland will be a really big test for England, and I think England can't continue to play the way they have been playing. Obviously, there's been a lot of rumour that Southgate might change the formation. I personally would not change the formation, because I think it's just too much of a shock to the system, especially this far on into a tournament. You've played 4 games and you've only got 3 games left, But the other argument for that could be, well, it's only 3 games. You only got to suffer a new formation for 3 games, and it actually might, free up some players. I do agree, you could play the 3 at the back with wing backs. So you could play Guéhi can't play, so I'd play obviously Konza on the left, which isn't his natural position. I think he's a right-footed centre back. Then John Stones in the middle, Kyle Walker on the right-hand side of the 3 at the back, and then either Saka or possibly Shaw if he's fit on the left wing back, And then on the right wing back, you play Kyle Walker, so you're dropping Kieran Trippier. And then you play the midfield of Rice and Kobe Mainoo. And then you're playing Foden and Bellingham in the centre attacking midfield position. So Foden's more central, so that's good for him. And then Kane up front. But I don't know if he'll go that formation. Sort of like a 3-5-2 with wing backs. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? It's not a 3-5-2 though, is it? It's more of a 3... well, it is a 3-5-2, but you're playing one... Or maybe like a... Yeah, more of a... one striker, two cams, yeah. And then Kobe and Rice. But yeah, I can't see it personally. I think it'll be more so the same formation we've had so far, but just Konsa will come in for Guéhi, and then Trippier will probably start on the left and Walker will be on the right, and then Foden will still be out of position on the left. But yeah, as long as we get a win at this stage of a tournament, don't really care. All of the past, indiscretions will be forgotten. The lackluster performances that we've seen. Obviously, the Jude Bellingham goal, I have to mention that in this video. What a goal. I celebrated in that their living room behind me like an absolute madman. I was going, oh, I was going mental. But yeah, like that thing, whatever that is. Yeah, I was going mental, but what a goal. And then obviously Harry Kane scores a header in basically, not an open net, but pretty much on a plate. And yeah, we win the game. So yeah, Switzerland's going to be a tough opponent. My prediction, I've said at work this week, I think Switzerland will go in the lead. But then I think England will turn it around. So I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 England win. So I think Switzerland are going to take the lead, and then England will win the game in normal time. It won't go extra time. I think we'll win it 2-1 in the 90 minutes plus added time. And then finally, we've got Holland versus Turkey. Now, this is the most intriguing game for me. I don't know how to call this one because Holland have looked okay in parts, and then Turkey have looked really good in parts. So it's a tough one. Obviously Holland won, I think 3-0 in the end against Romania. I think it was 3, wasn't it? Yeah, Donyell Malen got 2 goals, and then who scored the first one? Donyell Malen with 2. Oh, Cody Gakpo. That's right. Yeah, Cody Gakpo scored the opener. So yeah, they're both looking pretty decent. Turkey obviously had an amazing game. Oh, probably either my favourite game of the tournament so far, or my second favourite. Turkey versus Austria. What a game! If you haven't watched, just watch the highlights. The highlights itself, the save right at the end from the Turkish goalkeeper. Like the player heads it down, which you're supposed to do when you're that close. Because if you head it down, it just bounces up. It's not going to go over the bar because you're so close. But the keeper makes an absolute majestic save. So yeah, it's going to be a really good quarterfinals. I'm really looking forward to these 4 games. My prediction for the Holland-Turkey game, I think Holland might just have a little bit too much. These are all tight games. Like, these could go either way, sorry. If you had a bet on today's games, as an accumulator, bloody hell, you're going to get some good odds. But yeah, I think probably this one's really hard to call. I could see it as a draw, but I wouldn't put it past either team to win either. Like, it's the same with the France-Portugal game. It's the same with the Spain-Germany game. Same with the England-Switzerland game. But the one, if I'm looking at the 4 games, the one I feel most confident in the result is England. I think England will beat Switzerland. I really do. But yeah, Holland or Turkey. Holland's like the more established team, but I think Turkey are playing better. But like Holland, if their players turn up, it's a really tough one. I'm gonna sit on the fence a little bit. I'm gonna go like 1 or 2 all draw. It's gonna go extra time, and then possibly penalties. I'm gonna say penalties, and I'm gonna say Holland to win on penalties against Turkey. So you heard it here first. That might not actually come true, but you never know. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to the quarterfinals games. Not too long to go now. Obviously filming this at lunchtime. Well, just after lunchtime. It's about 1:30. So yeah, 1:30. Weather has been really ropey. 1 minute it's sunny, 1 minute it's not. But what won't be, a bit up and down is the games tonight. I am so certain that the games tonight are going to be epic. So I hope you enjoy them. I certainly will. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.